Hi, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Andrea. Today I'm going to be talking about how I got featured on the Depop's Explore page. I'm just going to be talking about some different tips that I have that helped me get to the point where Depop was able to see my posts. I'm going to be just going through that, and hopefully I can help you. If you do have any more questions, leave me a comment down below, and I will hopefully get to you on that. So let's get started. Okay, the item that got featured was this long sleeve sweater slash sweatshirt. I love this item, and I'm really happy that got featured. I am so thankful about it. I want to give a quick backstory about how I started this whole thing and like what made me realize that I needed to do certain things to actually get my shop going. So if you want to just skip to the point about the different tips, you can go to this time. So pretty much I started to go thrift shopping this year, and my love for thrifting just kind of exploded, and I really got into it, and I also really needed to make money at the same time. So I was like, I should try selling clothing, and I made my whole shop. And setting up the shop, it was a little bit it was a process, but I can go into that later and maybe in a different video. Anyways, I set up my shop, and then I grabbed some clothing, I took some pictures on my phone, and I posted it, and nothing happened. My shop was pretty much dead for a while, and I kind of lost hope, and I was like, how do people sell stuff? Like, my shop is literally going nowhere. I don't get how people do this. And I soon eventually did certain things, and eventually I started to actually sell stuff, and now I went from 0, like 10 followers to like now I have over almost 400 followers, which isn't like a lot. I'm not like a huge, Depop person that like verified. I'm still in the beginning process of growing, but I have changed a lot and grown a lot, like mentally, about how I manage my shop. And I've sold 18 items, but some of them are bundles, so I've definitely improved from nothing to like several items a week. So I just wanted to quickly go through some points and to help anyone else who is struggling, because I know how it is, because I'm still going through it. So also, my shop name is Andrea Little Shop. I know my shop name is kind of weird. I didn't know that you weren't able to change it once you put a name. I wanted to change it after that, but I couldn't, so that's the name. The first tip that I have, which is like a kind of a common sense tip that you think isn't, you probably be like, okay, whatever, but it's very, very important. Please, if you don't get anything else from this video, get this point, which is good photos and good lighting. Good photos and good lighting is so important. My old photos, like my first photos that I used, weren't that great. I used my phone, and my phone's pretty good. I have an iPhone X, and it's good quality overall, but my lighting was pretty bad, and the background wasn't good. Like, I had a messy background. I would suggest natural lighting. That's probably the best lighting, and to have a clean, not messy background, that is definitely important to have. The second point, which I think is very important as well, is to be active. I used to not be active. I used to just be stuck in my own little shop bubble, but I really recommend to spread out. Try to find people who kind of have the same interests with you with like clothing, and who sell clothing that you would buy and like you really like, or people who inspire you, or people who are big on Depop, and try to find like people who follow them and then follow those people, because branching out and try to reach to like a lot of people is definitely going to help people to find you. Another thing within your shop is to press edit and to re-upload like your photos, because if you press edit, it'll go to the top of your shop, if you know what I mean, and it'll just go right back up, and doing that often is definitely an important way to get people to reach your photos, because people are constantly posting stuff. But another thing to like with the actual featuring part, a lot of the photos or a lot of the items that I thought were really good, I would always put in my description #Depop, #Team Depop _US. That definitely, I think, I'm not really sure if it actually does make a huge difference, but that's what I always did. And with your shop within itself, with the type of clothing you sell and like your brand, make sure that you kind of have a theme about the type of clothing you sell, and like kind of have your theme, if that makes sense. Like for me personally, I love butterflies, and I just kind of incorporated that within my shop. I would wear butterfly necklaces for every photo, and my profile picture I have a butterfly. I always use butterfly emojis, and that's just kind of my thing for my shop. And I always post like vintage 90s kind of style clothing, so that's just the stuff that I try to stick to, and that'll help people know like what type of person you are with your shop. Okay, so my camera just died on me, so I'm just gonna finish up this video on my phone. So I'm so thankful that my item got featured. I just think that all those different aspects of the tips that I talked about really helped me to get noticed, and I'm not sure if any of those tips really helped. I hope they did, but if you have any more questions, leave a comment down below, and I can make more videos about more in-depth stuff about Depop or anything else. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video. Bye.